What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Dr. Hamis Tech and today is my review here of the vivo V40 phone, a phone that I've been using for the past few weeks. And normally I like to do this into three main segments over here just to give you guys a more comprehensive overview of how this phone has been performing for me for the past few weeks. So yes, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright, so here in Malaysia, the vivo V40, as of this video, I do not know the official price yet, but normally it's about at the 2,000 ringgit mark, which does place it at about the $450 mark. So that would mean this is a mid-range phone, firmly placing it there, and we're going to look at it at this price point over here. So in the first segment that I do want to talk about is of course the build and quality design and what I like to call the holding experience. So basically how the phone would feel in your hand on a daily basis. What I can say about this is that it feels really nice, very premium indeed. And over here, as you can see, I do have the phone case on my phone over here. And I like this color because it blends in really well with the original color that we have right off the box. Yes, it does give you a little bit more sparkly if you do not want to use the case. But of course, if you want to use the case with this, it does blend in really nice. I do like the matte finish that we have over here, which does give it a very clean design and you're not going to track a lot of fingerprints on it. Again, something I really do like. The camera layout over here isn't too bad. It is not too bulky, but it does cover a big area over here, which I think is still not so bad because it does give me some finger support when I'm holding this large phone over here. Other than that, this phone is a very slim phone. So you're going to put it in your pocket or in your bag and don't have to worry about it. I did wish that they could have given us a little bit of some thickness with this phone, but overall it fits in really nice for my small Asian hands over here. You can get a nice grip to it. It does give you a longer kind of approach, but other than that, it is really nice to hold. Other than this, I gotta say is that the curves on the sides, on the front and also on the back, makes it really nice. On the front, for me, to be honest, it's not the best, I would say, because if you want to go through your social media and you want to use the gestures over here, it is a little bit of an annoying feature because I normally like to use it with a flat display, but this one over here does have a curved display. It does take some time to get used to it and it does give you that futuristic look at the end of the day, which is something really nice. The weight of it as well isn't too light, not too heavy either, to give that nice premium feel. So overall, I would say it's really nice. The button as well, going to reach it over here is really very reachable and very easy to just click in it, and it does have that nice tactile feel. Overall, I gotta say here is really good, and for the holding experience of this, I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. Okay, so next up over here, I want to talk about is of course the display of this phone. And I think this is where it does excel in because it does give you a large AMOLED display over here, coming in at 6.78 inch display here, very big, so you can enjoy your content whatever you want. The colors do come out really nice, very crispy. I would say looking at the display over here, going through my social media is really nice. You know, of course, it does have your 120 Hz, so it's actually really cool. And for this viewing experience over here, I want to couple this with of course the speakers over here, and I do like the fact that we do have a stereo speaker setup. It isn't the best as you would compare to many other flagship phones, but I do like the fact that we do have stereo speakers over here to give you that immersive experience when you're watching your shows and also listening to your content. The haptics on this again isn't the best, but it does get the job done when it comes to gaming or when it comes to your gestures. So overall, the viewing experience on this, I'll give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so next up here is where it gets a little bit tricky, and that is of course the user experience. So I'm going to cover the hardware and also the software settings. So hardware, we all know that this phone here does have the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 processor, which does make it a very capable mid-range phone. And yes, when it comes to gaming or when it comes to just your social media, multitasking and all this other stuff, it works really nice. I do like the fact that I can go through to many other apps at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day. Most of them won't really have much of a refresh. I do like it as well because I can open up multiple apps, especially when it comes to Google Chrome, going through your banking apps or maybe going through your other social media and checking your emails. It does hold up very well over here, and I really do like it. Not much of lags, not much of heating. Again, this is a really capable chipset. One thing I'll talk about here as well is the battery. It does give me a good full day usage over here, so you don't have to worry about it. You can charge it up again with the quick charging over here, 80 watts, which is really, really amazing. One thing I'll talk about here is of course the software. So first thing you want to notice is that this phone does have a lot of pre-installed apps. Again, something I really don't like. You can of course take some time off to delete all these apps, but it is there, so it is a bit of an annoying feature. The software does take some time for me to get adjusted to it. This is the first time I'm using a Vivo phone anyway. And yes, it does come with a lot of features, a lot of packed stuff over here. Some things I did wish that they could have made it a little bit simpler as with other brands, but I would say that the software experience here is quite polished, I would say, and you don't feel it's very heavy or it gets a little bit stuttery or kind of holds up your experience over here. So overall, it's still very smooth, very buttery, and I really do like it. So for the user experience in this, I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. So last but not least, let's talk about the cameras that comes with this phone. And this is one thing I'm really excited when it comes to the Vivo V series, and that is of course the Carl Zeiss lens. So when it comes to your outdoor shots, and especially when it comes to your portraits over here, I gotta say that this one here works really, really nice. Of course, they're not gonna give you the same exact kind of natural calibration with what you're taking, but it does give you some kind of color calibration over here to make it more dramatic, and it does give you that very natural feel as well. It doesn't look too processed with many other phone companies over here. It does give you a natural tone over here, which I really do like. And most of the time, I always like to turn off the Zeiss feature over here, which is something really awesome because you can turn it off, but you can also turn it on at the end of the day. And like I said before, if you're taking portrait shots, whether it's the selfie or the rear cameras over here, it works really, really nice. And this is one thing I like about this phone, because not only you're getting all the cool stuff that I mentioned before, the cameras on this as well is not lacking behind. Of course, we can compare this to the Pro or whatsoever, but for the base model over here, I got to say that the cameras on this is really, really impressive. I wouldn't again say it's the flagship level, but it's really, really good for a mid-range phone. And of course, they do give you a lot of features as well, which is something I really do like. So yes, plus points for that. And for that being said, I would say that the camera experience of this, I will give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Alright, so that is it with my review here of the Vivo V40. And of course, the ultimate question is, should you go out and buy it? For me, to be honest, I would say yes. At the price point of about $400 to $500 mark, I think this is a very, very solid mid-range phone. You have a very solid build. You do have amazing display, good speakers, decent speakers, and also the hardware here is really nice for your gaming sessions or for some heavy-duty tasking. Software does take some time to adjust to it, but it would get a little bit easier as the time goes on. And of course, when you talk about the cameras, you have to say that the Zeiss calibration over here and the collaboration over here works really, really nice with the Vivo phones. So yes, these are just my thoughts and my opinions. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think, and also do hit me up in the comments what you guys think about this video here as well. If you want to share your thoughts, do so and down there. If you guys enjoyed this video, do click the like and smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.